Welcome to Two Girls, One Crime, the podcast where we peel back the layers of the darkest crimes ever committed, one terrifying tale at a time. I'm your host, Christy, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Kayla. Anneliese Michel was born in Bavaria, West Germany, in September 21st, 1952.
So in the 50s.
In the 50s. When I went to Germany, the time before last, my loving husband, whom I love so much, drove me all the way to Bavaria. And I got to see this little girl's grave. Well, she was not a little girl. She's 23.
She was still young.
She's very young, yes. But 1968, Anneliese turned 16 and is diagnosed with grand mal seizures with temporal epilepsy. Okay?
So she had some issues.
She had some seizures, supposedly. Well, in 1970, her condition worsened and she began hallucinating. Not just any hallucinating, okay? She was seeing the devil. She was seeing the devil's faces.
So
she was hearing...
crazy.
Not crazy. Some may say crazy. I say possessed. But this is where it gets good. So she gets diagnosed with bipolar disorder and manic depression. I've never heard of bipolar giving you these mega hallucinations like this.
No.
Like the girl is praying and hearing voices tell her that she's damned and she's going to rot in hell. And that.
Now, schizophrenia, do they do that?
Yes, they do have hallucinations, schizophrenia. And usually schizophrenia starts about 16, 17 years old. That's when it usually presents. That I understand.
So schizophrenia, you do hallucinate with?
Yes, you can hallucinate. You hear voices. Yes.
But she wasn't diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Well, she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and manic depression. But she was given a bunch of meds like Dilantin and Alept. Alept is similar to chlorpromazine, I don't know how to say it, which is used for schizophrenia, disturbed behavior and delusions.
That would be scary.
Very scary. So this girl is just all of a sudden waking up to the devil talking to her.
You know, I always wonder when they're schizophrenic, like, do they, like, obviously they're seeing things, but like, does their mind function in like normal, or are they just completely like...
I think when they're in a psychosis, your mind is not functioning
Because they've got to be like a whole different realm. Like they're
on another level. Yes.
Like that stuff always amazed me, like how your mind works. And this is weird, but I'm always paranoid that like I'm going to have like...
You would have already had schizophrenia.
I'm crazy.
But you're crazy in a good way. Not that schizophrenic people are not good. I'm not saying that,
but like that's truly one of my fears, though, that like I'm eventually going to be sent over the edge and be in a psych ward somewhere.
Well, I think it's because our husband and kids are probably going to send us that way, but not because you're schizophrenic.
But I tell him, I'm like, honey, give me that vacation.
That's what she needs. Chris Day, you need to give her a vacation. She's about to go schizo on you. So she took these meds for 5 years, and they did not help her at all. She continued seeing the devil faces. She continued hearing words, and it got way worse. So her family in 1973 decided that the meds weren't working, that they're going to ask their priest for help. So they went to the Catholic Church and said, hey, we think Anneliese is possessed.
So in the 50s, you would think that like that would be more of their, like that would come first.
Well, I mean, if my daughter's hallucinating, the first step is probably going to take her to the doctor.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Try some meds. After 5 years, I'm sorry, but after 2 years, I'm going to be like, no, this is not working.
We got little baby Jesus here again. He's our guest.
This poor girl needs, bless her heart. So that was 1973. They asked for help. Well, you can't just walk into there and say, listen, I need an exorcism. And they don't. It's not a house call. They're not going to come out the next day. So they had to wait till 1975.
Golly.
Yeah. And priest Ernest Alt and Arnold Rands finally got permission from the church to start the exorcism process.
Well, so what's the whole qualifications to have an exorcism?
Like for the person or the priest?
Both. Like, well, I guess more of the person. Like, what would qualify them to be like, okay, we're going to have to perform an exorcism on this person?
Well, I'm sure the priest watched her and took notes and, you know, her meds and everything. I'm sure they looked at every avenue. They probably didn't just be like, well, she's hearing voices, so we
throw some holy water on her.
Might as well do it. Well, things got worse before they could even get started. Anneliese began eating spiders and bugs.
Yummy.
She began drinking her own urine.
Mm.
She growled at people. She cursed. And this is a Catholic girl raised. Like,
Nowadays, that's normal, though.
true. Well,
It's normal to do a little meow. I'm gonna go poop in the litter box.
okay. I'm going to say that's not normal. Probably not possession, but definitely not normal.
But it's accepted, which is ridiculous.
Well, I'm going back to my possession because I can accept this more than I do somebody being a cat, but whatever. So she became intolerant of all Christian artifacts. She could not have crucifix around her. She could not have holy water. She could not go into church. She couldn't go into any kind of holy sacred ground. She said it felt like she was going to be set on fire from the inside.
So she would just essentially feel like he's snoring really loud.
I know. Sorry, my dog is snoring. She would react very violently towards crucifix or holy water. Like it would set her on fire, and
That would be scary.
Oh, it's very scary.
Especially being like raised as a Catholic person, very religious.
Yes, her family was very religious.
So they knew something was up.
Yes,
like
they
it
knew.
wasn't just her like acting and being crazy.
No, and they had tried so much medicine and stuff. I mean, there was definitely something going on with her. So she also believed that she could talk directly to Mother Mary. Yeah, and her mother stated that she personally saw stigmata on her. Do you know what stigmata is?
No, I don't.
So stigmata is basically like where Christ was crucified through his hands or wrist, whatever you believe, and feet. So there are these big marks.
The holes,
the holy symbols there that comes on your hands, and Anneliese had them.
So they were actually on her hands?
That's what her mother said.
So was that something that she put on herself?
Nope. Supposedly, that's just she got stigmata from the devil trying to take her, and that Christ was trying to help her or whatever. I know it's really weird, but that's what she saw. So she also tried Tegretol, which was a medicine for seizure and mood stabilizer. Did not help.
So these seizures that she had, well, never mind.
Well, her family believed they weren't seizures because her body would just stiffen up. She's possessed.
She's possessed. That's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Like, so they're not really seizures then.
No. I mean, a medical doctor might say they are, but her family said that
I'm sure that they...
Like her body would bend over in weird ways and like almost break her bones.
But when you think about a seizure, like most of the time you're stiff.
Yeah.
And then you're usually foaming out the mouth and it doesn't last that long.
Yeah. But Anneliese could remember these so-called seizures.
Yeah,
like normally,
seizures, you're not going to remember.
She remembers, and she could tell the difference that somebody else was taking over her body, and she was just kind of sitting in the back. So she knew that there was another entity inside of her.
Okay, so that makes sense, and that makes sense to why her seizure medicine wasn't working because she's not having real seizures.
Right.
She's just actively being possessed.
Yeah, she's possessed. Yes. So none of the medication's working. She started like when you're standing up, jumping straight down onto her knees, like up and down, up and down. She broke some of her bones.
Ew.
She pulled out her own hair.
But she probably didn't feel any of that, though.
Probably not. It wasn't her.
Yeah.
If you believe in possession, it wasn't her. But she would curse at the priest. She would growl at him, say that she's the devil. She didn't say she was just possessed. She said she was the devil himself. They ended up doing 67 exorcisms on her. 67.
What was the time frame of them 67 exorcisms?
From September 1975 to June 1967. 67 exorcisms.
That's crazy. And
So-
none of it ever worked.
None of it ever worked. Honey, it was awful. We'll look at the pictures of her before and after. She's a very pretty girl. Oh my gosh. It was pitiful. She ended up dying and she weighed 68 pounds. She completely stopped eating.
In her 20s.
In her 20s. She was 23. And she said that she was hungry, but they would not let her eat.
Yeah.
So, whether you
Other
believe...
than eating spiders and...
Spiders and peas, okay.
Drinking
But
her
you are
urine.
not going to be eating no cheeseburger. I'll tell you that. We are not getting fat.
I guess the protein and keeping hydrated.
But yeah, so she ended up passing away from malnutrition and dehydration. I mean, 67 exorcisms is...
I wonder why the exorcisms didn't work, though. 67 of them?
Well, supposedly, in a letter that was found, she had said that she had a dream and God come to her and said, I can end your suffering now. And you can just die and it'll all be over. Or you can finish this out and become an icon for the rest of the world to show that God is real.
Yeah.
And she finished it. As long as she could.
Yeah.
But so when she passed away, there ended up being an investigation on her parents and the priest because they said that they had been withholding her medicine, which they hadn't, and that they had neglected her to where she couldn't eat or anything. That they knew that she was a sick girl and she couldn't physically or mentally take care of herself, and they just let her die. So this whole thing went to trial. And during the trial, they played her exorcism tapes. Yeah, sorry, my dog's really snoring. He's really resting. But anyway, I heard the tapes. So one time I was driving, it was in Houston, and I heard these tapes. I was just going, listening to these tapes, and it scared me so bad. I wanted to stop and put my feet up on my chair because I thought something was going to get me. Of course, you can't do that when you're driving. It is the scariest thing I've ever heard.
So you can actually listen to them?
Yes.
Where?
On YouTube. I heard mine through a podcast that I was listening to.
You'll have to send me the link.
They are god awful. She speaks in Latin, which I know she's German, but she's like speaking in Latin. Sometimes it's backwards.
That's crazy.
That voice is not from this earth. I don't care if you believe in possession or not. That voice is the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I think it's crazy to think because there's people that do suffer from schizophrenia, from these mental disorders that really do live like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I couldn't even imagine living my life with a disorder like that,
Yeah.
Because it's going to be hard because you don't have any control.
No.
None.
Your body's just doing whatever it wants, and your mind's making all this stuff up. So how confusing would it be? Because you're looking at something, and is it real or is it not? How do you know?
I would be miserable.
It's got to be bad. And I know some people, when they have schizophrenia, they think the government's after them, and they've planned this stuff in their body, so they'll hurt themselves.
I'm just curious because people are like, oh my god, they're crazy, and they are. But how does a person feel whenever they're going through that? Are they able to remember any of that whenever they
like moments of clarity or something? You would think,
or they're just completely out of it. That it's just.
Well,
do they really realize how they are at the moment?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But then
I couldn't imagine.
No, that's scary. But then when they are on their medicine, they're not themselves either, because then they're just zombies.
But to think if somebody was that crazy and that and they were somewhat there, I don't think I could. I would have to end it myself. I'd be like, no. That would be hard.
Very hard.
That would be like a prison in your own mind.
Yeah.
And that's
what it is.
That's something that terrifies me. That I don't ever want to get like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being.
I think you're safe from schizophrenia, though.
I hope so.
I think it would already hit you by now.
Can you develop it as an adult?
Not usually.
But even Alzheimer's and stuff, when you get older, when you think about it, it's kind of the same way.
Well, yeah.
Because these people
don't.
They're not.
You're saying's not right.
Yeah.
And it's got to be so confusing when you look at someone and think that's your baby or your mom, and
see, that scares me.
And they're telling you no.
I don't want to be like that when I grow. Oh, Lord, please, Jesus, don't let me get like that.
I probably will, because I can't remember anything now.
No, honey, you can't.
No, I've got the worst memory.
I know.
Unless it comes to something like murder or possession, I can remember everything. But yeah, so we're going to have to check out the audio tapes.
Because I want to know. I want to listen to it.
But, so, when I went to her grave, it is the prettiest place I've ever seen.
You got pictures?
Oh, absolutely, I do. So, it's up on a hill a little bit. And the house that she had a possession in, I was going to try to find it, but it ended up burning down. But the area around is beautiful. It's a little village. And it was so weird because when we were going through, I was like, because they don't tear things down in Germany. They rebuild and refix. So everything that was there is still there.
Yeah.
Except her house, which burned down. But they also say that the town said they're glad it burned down because it was not It's not a safe space.
Yeah, they probably think it's like
Possessed. It's
Yeah,
where the devil is.
yeah.
Yeah. But her grave is beautiful. It's big and it's a black marble and it's got a big cross. And people come to talk to her all the time and worship, and not worship her, but
yeah,
like she was close to God.
yeah.
She dealt with this, I think, to show people that God was real.
Mm-hmm.
And she died in a bad
So-
way, but
What did her parents do after she died?
they just went on living their life as much as they could.
I wonder if they like. I hate to say it this way, but I wonder if they felt relief. Like
I think
for
probably
her.
for her, yeah.
Yeah, for her. I mean, obviously.
I mean, she was going through so much.
yeah.
I mean, she weighed 68 pounds. She was a 23-year-old girl.
Like, glad she's not miserable anymore.
Yeah. And she became a huge, icon for the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Like, she almost in a sense was a martyr, I guess.
I just really wonder why the exorcism didn't work on her.
I don't know. I guess it wasn't God's plan. I mean, she passed away, so the devil wasn't there anymore, I guess. I don't know where he
Yeah.
went. Back to hell, I guess. I don't know how it works, but
I just hope he didn't take her with her. But she loved.
I
she
don't
loved
think.
God.
Yes, she was very religious and she prayed
Yeah.
all the time. And that's one thing she said when she prays, that there was demons in her ears telling her that she was going to rot
So
in hell.
she was in spiritual warfare.
Pretty
is
much,
what they-
yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I mean,
Like,
I think,
really testing her faith.
would you be able to handle it? I don't know if I'd have, if God would have said, let's just end it and you'll be okay, I'd be like, let's do it. But she didn't. She stuck it out to finish.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure that she would pray the whole time, like,
Oh,
God, please.
I'm sure.
So, especially with her being religious.
Yeah, she was a very religious girl. Her whole family was. And they, her family still lives in Germany right there.
Are they still living?
Her parents are, but I think she had a sister that was still alive. And then there was a little brother that was buried beside of her. He was little, and I couldn't find out what happened to him. So I don't know if he just died in infancy or what. But it is one of the best places I've ever visited. Like, I felt so close to God right then.
So was her siblings living at the time and all that?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
her sister would have
They
witnessed,
witnessed it all. The whole town knew everything about it. Like, she was not a secret. They didn't take her out and parade it around, but everybody knew.
Yeah.
And there's actually a movie written about it, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Have you ever heard of that?
I have. I've never watched it though.
Yes. It's pretty accurate. I guess there's another movie. It's a German movie, and it is called Requiem, and it was released in 2006. And apparently it is like spot on for what happened to her. So I'm going to try to find it and watch it. I did
That
watch
makes
The
me wanna watch it
Exorcism of
now.
Emily Rose last night.
Did you?
Yes, of course I did. Just to be ready.
Gotta get in the mood.
I got to get in the mood. So, but the story's crazy.
Yeah.
The priest and mom and dad ended up getting off. Well, they got convicted and of 6 months suspended and 3 years probation. So they didn't actually have to spend any time in jail.
Could you imagine though, like, your kid is that sick,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're being charged with? I mean, because it wouldn't have been their fault.
No, and they took her to the doctor and she was on medication. But at
Yeah.
23 years old, you can't make her eat.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 60s, did they really have like feeding tubes? Well, this
And
is
why
the
would
70s.
it be, why would they try to charge her parents whenever she's an adult?
Because they said that she wasn't well enough to feed herself on her own. Because
So
she was so
wasn't-
sick.
She wasn't capable.
Yeah, I mean,
so they would have been
they
considered
looked
her
at it,
guardians.
right?
too.
They looked at it like she had mental illness so bad that she
Yeah.
wasn't going to take care of herself.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Still, I mean, it ain't their fault. I mean, she's
no.
possessed and can't do
But,
anything.
and even if you don't
she
believe,
was eating spiders and drinking
she-
urine.
she was
I mean, she was getting something.
not enough to sustain her life, though. Bless her heart. But I mean, even if you don't believe in possession, the exorcism maybe helped her in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like a placebo effect, I guess.
I mean, yeah, when you think about it, like, obviously, when you compare seizures and what she went through, like,
Mhm.
it's nothing like seizures. And a lot of people want to be like, oh, well, they're acting. Like, you're not faking that stuff.
Nobody wants to eat spiders and drink their own
No.
urine, and nobody wants to jump from a standing position directly onto their knees to where you
And
break your bones.
And if she was like highly religious and stuff, I'm sure that her faith was tested.
Oh, absolutely.
And she stood by it the whole
And
time.
probably the whole family.
Yeah.
But
Did it say anything like about her parents? Like, did they continue to be?
Oh yeah, they were
really
still religious.
religious.
Yep, they still went to church and still did everything that they,
I say that's
normally
probably
did.
more of what that was about, just testing her faith. And
yeah,
I mean,
I believe in this stuff.
Yeah.
And I love God. It scares me though. I don't know, like the Exorcist and stuff.
Well, I 100% believe that your faith will be tested every day anyway.
Oh yeah.
And the closer that you are to God, the more your faith will be tested.
Oh, for sure. Because the
I mean,
devil's
that's
gonna try
just
to
the
do
way
what he
it
can.
is. Yeah. He doesn't like it. He doesn't want anybody being close. So he's for people being on his side. Well, I don't want it on his side. That's why I have a little baby Jesus with me everywhere I go. Because everybody needs a little Jesus.
The devil ain't gonna get her. Schizophrenia neither.
Well, maybe pull out my Jesus. Or as Scarlett calls him, my baby cheese.
Baby cheese. That's adorable.
She carries little baby Jesus around with her everywhere. She loves him. She was feeding him before I left.
No.
She had my little press-on nail fruit things. And she was like, Jesus is eating. It's so cute. She loves him so much.
That's good. You're raising her the right way.
I hope so.
Yes. Well, hopefully nothing like Anneliese turns out anywhere around here. Which kind of is weird. I know it's probably not something they advertise, but are there still possessed people now?
Well, I'm sure there is.
The devil, I'm sure, didn't just stop. Be like, well, it's 1995. We're going to quit this crap.
I'm sure people, still get possessed.
But does the Catholic Church help, I wonder?
It's something we look into.
That's kind of scary to think. Like,
because you don't hear of like,
no.
Well, Billy Joe had an exorcism today.
Right.
Had them skizzers.
Oh my God, yes.
This old Daisy skizzers.
At least she didn't die of an exorcism. 67 of them to be exact.
Yeah. So
That's a lot on her body. It had to be.
Oh yeah, I'm sure her bones were probably like broken and.
If you see the before and after pictures,
that's
going
crazy.
to die. Let me just pull up my phone right now.
Yeah, I want to see.
Because it is awful, the things that she went through and what she looks like. Okay. Let me pull it. This is her before and after.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes. So
she looks like a poor cancer patient.
She was pitiful. I mean, look at that.
You can tell.
It's pitiful, isn't it?
That's.
And what
I don't even know what to say about it. It looks so
her
bad.
poor little body went through.
Did you imagine? I'm sure her parents were just. I don't know.
What do? There's nothing you can do to help her. No medication's gonna fix it. No doctor's gonna fix it. The priest didn't really fix it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a waiting game. Either she's gonna get better or she's gonna pass away. Unfortunately, she passed away.
So did she ever try to kill them or anything? Or
she just became very
mostly...
aggressive, but she didn't try to kill anybody. But she would definitely attack you.
Like, she didn't try. She tried to hurt herself too.
Yes.
Did she ever try to kill herself?
She didn't try to kill herself, but she would
just
pull
hurt
her
herself,
hair out, and break her bones from standing up and jumping down on her knees, and
that's crazy. Like, I couldn't. I don't know if I could sit there and watch my kid go through all that.
No, it would be god awful.
Yeah. So I'm sure, and I don't like saying this, but I'm sure it was a relief to her parents, like knowing that she wasn't miserable like that anymore.
I mean, there's no end to it.
Yeah. And
what happens after the fact? Like, okay, say the exorcism worked.
Yeah.
You just go back to normal?
I mean, I would assume.
That would be, I think I'd have PTSD. I'd be scared
but
to
I
death.
wonder if
if
it did, because there's been exorcisms that actually work and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But
I don't.
They probably don't remember it.
I would
think
not.
that they wouldn't. Like, it would all be gone, like erased
I
from
would
your
hope.
memory.
I'd be
I would want
scared
it
to
to be,
death.
because I wouldn't want to know anything about it.
Last time I was eating cheese, I started to hear voices. Oh my God, I'm never eating cheese again. Like what your
Yeah.
whole life would change.
Yeah, I don't. And then the constant wonder, like, is it gonna happen again?
But I wonder, like, is it like other disease? If you get it once, you're never gonna get it again.
You can get that.
Or do you get flare-ups every now and then?
Let's not talk about no flare-ups.
Oh my God, I'm having a possessed flare-up today.
I'm feeling a little crazy.
Well, some people do think they're sick when they're not, so
Yeah.
that happens.
I wouldn't. I mean, I hope I never experience anything like that. But
Me too.
I mean, even just having schizophrenia, having schizophrenia,
Mm-hmm.
and like hearing the stories from that was like, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
Couldn't imagine.
it's scary, but poor Anneliese did the best she could.
Yeah.
It was too much of her little body.
Well, that's sad.
It's very sad, but I hope that she's okay now. And she's almost a saint in Germany. Like,
yeah.
everybody still knows who she is.
Yeah.
Like, her grave is, so when you go into the graveyard, like, it's up a hill almost, and hers is right at the top, front and center. And it was absolutely beautiful.
You have to show me pictures of it.
There was like no weeds around, and in Germany it's a little bit different when they bury you. Like, she has rocks on hers, but a lot of people put flowers on them, like plant flowers, and they just grow. And it's said that in Germany that if you have flowers or greenery growing on your grave, then you're at peace.
No.
So there was absolutely no weeds, nothing was out of place on her grave. So people tend to her grave still.
Yeah.
God, he is.
Well, I'm sure it's a big part of the history for them too.
Oh yeah, and there wasn't anything else in
Because
that
that
little
would
town.
be in the 50s, definitely too. That would be very unusual to have something like that happen.
I mean, and there's no restaurants, there's no shops. It is literally in the middle of nowhere in a village. So,
Yeah.
like, everybody knows everything that's going on.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, Anneliese was possessed
And died.
and died.
But she was out of her misery.
She was.
And I'm sure she's living it up.
I
now.
hope so.
I hope.
So, if you're intrigued by the story, go watch the movie. Both of them. I'm going to watch the
definitely
other
need to
one.
watch the movie.
Absolutely.
That way I can see the real stuff.
Yes. It's pretty wild. And in the movie, the audio tapes sound a lot like the real ones.
You're gonna have to send me that too, because I want to.
It's some
Listen.
scary stuff. It is.
Very interesting.
And you know, I don't get freaked out too often.
No.
That freaked me out. I thought I was gonna have to pull over and get in the car.
Yeah, because it's gonna do so
I
much
know.
better.
I thought the devil was gonna get me under my car seat.
It's like I can't sleep with my feet uncovered because I'm scared the monsters are gonna grab them.
Right, that's how it was. I felt like I needed to crawl inside
Yeah.
myself and make myself really small so the devil couldn't find me.
Okay, Christy.
I know, right? Because that works every time.
Yeah.
That's Exorcism 101, duh.
Okay, I'll remember.
But yes, so remember Annelise's name too. And make sure you say a prayer for her.